After you've developed your search strategy, it's time to actually get into the databases and do your searches. One of the best databases to start with for nursing related research is CINAHL. It stands for the Cumulative Index of Nursing and Allied Health Literature, and that's where we're going to start with this video. First of all, you want to go to the McNeese Library. It's library.mcneese.edu, or you can click on the link from the top of the McNeese homepage. Once you get into that area, our librarians have done an excellent job of putting together some guides to help you. So on the left side of your screen, you're going to want to click on guides, and then that will expand and you will select nursing, which will bring you to a list of resources specifically for nursing students and faculty. So once you're within the nursing guide, up at the top horizontal bar, you're going to want to click on Find Articles to open up a list of databases that are specific to the interest of nursing students. And this is what that will look like. So I've circled where we're going first, which is CINAHL Complete. As you can see there, it's got a lot of journals posted in there. And so it's a really good, wealthy information place to go to get nursing and allied health related literature. So once you click on CINAHL Complete, it actually will open up into the database itself, unless you are not on campus. So I actually opened this up at my house to show you what will happen if you try to access the library databases from home. It's instead of going straight into CINAHL, it's going to give you this login box. You would have to type in your user ID and your PIN number. If you're not sure what your user ID number is, you can click on the little arrow and it'll remind you that it's your banner number with a couple of digits added to the end of it. So click that arrow and it'll show you exactly what to do. If you've never accessed the databases off campus before, then you're actually going to have to give the librarians a call at this number and let them know that you would like your PIN for off-campus use. Once upon a time, they had a place that you could click online and get that, but now it's not there anymore. So you'll have to call them and just let them know you want your PIN, and they can help you with that. So then once you log in, you are able to get into the CINAHL through the EBSCOhost platform. Again, if you're on campus doing this, you wouldn't have to log in. But if you're accessing it off campus, you certainly would have to log in. So once we get into EBSCOhost, we're searching actually in CINAHL Complete. We're not searching EBSCO. EBSCO is like the computer program, but the database is CINAHL Complete. Now we can actually be pretty smart here. Instead of just searching in CINAHL, which is one database, we're actually going to search a whole bunch of databases at one time. It's going to make your life a lot easier. However, you got to make sure you write all of this stuff down while you go, because as you're searching, you should also be documenting what you're searching. So we're going to click on Choose Databases, and when we do, it's going to open a pop-up that lets us choose a bunch of different other options. Now, many of these options are not nursing specific. They have nothing to do with what you're searching for. So I encourage you to take a screenshot of this page right here or write this down or something. These are the databases that I encourage you to use. CINAHL Complete's already pre-selected, but I would go ahead and check the other boxes listed here that may depend on your topic. Obviously, I added Psych Info and Soc Index, which is sociology and psychology. Alt Health Watch is typically CAM, complementary alternative medicine type things. So you may not need that depending on what topic you've chosen, but it certainly doesn't hurt to search more databases at once through kind of a one-stop shop. So jot those things down, because when you're documenting your search strategy, you're not just searching CINAHL, you're searching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different databases at the same time. So then once you click OK, it's going to go back out to your main search page, and there's a couple of things you need to note. First of all, we always want to check scholarly peer-reviewed journals. Okay, we need to make sure we're looking at high quality, relevant, rigorous research. So we don't want just any magazine, or we don't want people paying to publish whatever they want. We want good, high quality, peer-reviewed studies. And then for your publication date, we want to look at the last 5 years, like from right now back 5 years, if we can. Depending on your topic, some of the stuff might be a little older, but a good rule of thumb is 5 years because things change pretty rapidly in healthcare and nursing. So we want to make sure we're not looking at obsolete, outdated information. You don't have to worry about the month there. You can just simply type in the dates, and the CINAHL knows what to do. They'll do January through December. I do not encourage you to check full text, because to do a systematic search, we want everything. We don't necessarily just want to weed out full text, because we do have ways of getting things full text if it doesn't pop up at first. And I'll show you that in a little while. Okay, so now we have put in all of our options down here on this part of the screen. So we're going to go up to the search bar, and I'm just going to do a sample. So based on my sample PICO question from the search strategy video, I've just strung together a couple of phrases. I did cancer and music therapy and pain, just for the sake of this demonstration. Then I'm going to click on search. And when I do, it's going to bring up, hopefully, it will bring up some results. Depending on the keywords, you might not get any hits. If you don't, go back and check your spelling, because you may have a typo, and just fixing that will give you what you need. Or you may have to totally scrap that first search and figure out something else. So what you're looking for the ease of these assignments is this little link that says PDF full text. That means in the databases you're searching, there is a full text copy in PDF format that you can get to with great ease. All you have to do is click on that button, and it'll bring you right to that. But I do want to show you, first of all, you're kind of screening through these. Let's say I got 43 hits. All 43 of those articles are not necessarily going to relate specifically to my research question. So my first screening is going to be to look at the titles of this articles. If it has zero to do with your PICO or PO question, then you don't even need to worry about that one. You don't even need to get the full text. So read the titles. If they sound good, then go ahead and get the full text, and you can look at the abstract and check out a couple of other things. Now, you may come across one of your references that has this ILL form. If that's the case, that stands for Interlibrary Loan. If you do not have an account for Interlibrary Loan, I highly recommend you get one. Basically, what that means is even though McNeese might not have this specific article, we can borrow it from another university in our consortium for free for you. You don't have to pay a cent. And this might be the best study ever. Like, you read it and you're like, I have to have this study. And then you get down and you're like, oh, but we don't have it. Click on the ILL form. Once you do, it will bring you to this little login screen. If you have already used ILL before through McNeese, then you hopefully know your username and password, and you can just log right in. If you haven't used ILL, then you're going to need to click on first time users and set up your account. Then once you've set up your account and you're already logged in, when you click on ILL, it's so nice. It automatically pre-populates everything you need. So anything with a red asterisk is required. So the program automatically puts that information in there for you. And then you would scroll down and hit submit. Just note that time can be a factor. If you do ILL, sometimes I've gotten the articles photocopied and sent to me the very same day. Sometimes it takes almost a week. So don't wait till the last minute and try to get an ILL and then you can't get it, because then you're going to be in trouble. When your ILL is done, whatever school it is that has it will copy it, like scan it and send it to McNeese. And then McNeese is going to put it in your little account. They're going to send you an email to your student account and say, hey, your ILL request has been fulfilled. Then you would log into your ILL account and you would go over here to electronically received articles, and there it would be. It does expire. So once you get the notification you have your ILL fulfillment, then you need to go ahead and go in and either print it, or I would recommend save a copy electronically, because after a little while it's going to go away and then you will not be able to access it again without doing another ILL request. Okay, so when you find a study that you like, you can actually click on the title of the study and it will open up this little piece of information. It sometimes will have the abstract down here. And then once you do that, you can see if I click here, it's going to open up PDF full text. I can actually email a copy of the article to myself if you don't have a jump drive handy. And then you can also click on this little citation button. Caution. And they even tell you this. If you click on citation, it's going to pop open a little box and you can find APA and there's a citation. The problem is, pay special attention to this. Do not just simply copy and paste that into your paper and think you're good to go on your APA, because it's usually wrong. And I don't know why, but if you were to copy this, this is not correct citation because the title of this journal article is wrong. The only things that should be capitalized is E in effects and A, the first word of the subtitle. Everything else should be lowercase. Okay, so please pay attention to that. So just a heads up on that. Also, when you click on PDF full text, depending on your browser and how you have it set up, sometimes it'll just open up and it'll go to your downloads spot up here. So you'll have to click that to open it up. So you know your computer. Sometimes students freak out and they can't find the article or they can't figure out how to download it. So check your download spot. Like I was looking at this in Mozilla, so that's what my Mozilla looks like on a PC. If you've got a Mac or you're using Google Chrome or something else, it's going to look different. And then this is what pops up. You've got your PDF, and then you could save it within whatever you're looking at, Adobe or whatever PDF viewer you have. And so that is a quick rundown on how to perform a CINAHL search. So happy searching!